mission and I won't stop. No destination, but it's worth a shot. You gotta let me go. You gotta let me go. You gotta let me go. Ready for a war, got my armor gear. Sharpen your sword, cause the time is near. Gotta do it big like Bon Iver. I'm a rock star on a chandelier. Off the walls, yeah, I'm about to go crazy. For the beast, anybody that can tame me.
We are going to be doing another, this time a full-on proper wear test of the Range Beauty foundation. I have already used my toner. Oh, I did not use my moisturizer. I put moisturizer in my hair, not my face. Hold on. Now I've used my moisturizer. Just put a little bit on my hands. Doesn't seem to do much good, but I'm doing it anyway. Basically, I'm just giving time for the moisturizer, my grapeseed oil, to settle into my skin. And actually, while I'm waiting for that to settle in, I'll prime my eyes now, I guess. So I'm going to use the Amuse eyeshadow primer in the shade. The Amuse eyeshadow primer in the shade Clean Slate. I'm just putting that on while I'm waiting for my moisturizer slash grapeseed oil to settle into my skin so I can put on some primer, but I don't want to waste time. Well, I'm impatient, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on some primer. Yeah, so I've got this Wonder Skin, or AOA Wonder Skin Poreless Primer from Shop Missy that I bought and never used. Put that on my cheeks. And since I got excess, I'm just moving around the center of my face. And looking for a mattifying primer, just a moment. Okay, well, apparently I have a whole bunch of blurring primers, but not a whole bunch of mattifying primers, so I'm just going to stick to the one I use most, which is the Ulta Matte Prime. Of course, that's until the Laura Geller Spackle Mattifying Primer goes on sale. It's a good value, but I'm still too cheap. I like to buy it when it's on sale. And then also the Soap and Glory primer. I forget what it's called. One Heck of a Blot. I like those, but I'm out of those, and I have a bunch of other primers. So I'm going to wait till those other ones go on sale before I buy them again and just use these primers. So this again is the Ulta Matte Prime. I'm going to let that settle in for a moment and put some primer on my lips. Okay. Let that settle in. And see, for concealer today, I want to use my AOA Wonder Cover. But this is the shade Suede, and that's not my regular color, I don't think. I thought it was called Cocoa. Yeah, it's called Cocoa. Yep, that's it. So Suede is slightly lighter. And this was done with my highlighting primers, even though it's not a highlighting primer. So this is Cocoa from AOA Studios. Oh, and I just put the concealer here, but I didn't put any here yet. And I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like that toner is helping to fade those spots. Because that one, I think it looks like it's almost gone. That one there is much darker, so I can't really tell, but I think it's working. I haven't really noticed anything on these random spots I've done here, but my neck is getting lighter, even though it's weird because I use it mostly here, but it seems like it's getting lighter from here and then making its way up and then also going that way. I had like a little stripe of light. That's always been there, and it seems to be expanding from that stripe outwards. Again, that's what I'm using the toner for, is on my hyperpigmented spots and then trying to make my neck the same color as my face. Or at least my neck the same color as my neck, because this part is much darker than back here, which is weird because usually you think that would be darker because that gets more sun. Rambling, it's random, doesn't matter, I will stop. I'm going to set my concealer with the RCMA No Color Powder and then just brush the rest of that out so I just have some extra powder on my face. Oh, and I went through my purse, and these are all the lip colors that were in there, which is why I can never find anything. I don't know how they end up getting in there so fast, but they do. So I've got the Ben Nye Ultra Blush in this shade Onyx, And I'm doing that under my foundation. Still use a little bit too much, but that is okay. That's why we're going under the foundation. And now we're going to use the Range Beauty foundation. So in the package, there's a little note that said they're trying out this new packaging and how do I like it? Or, you know, tell them how they like it. I do not like this. Besides the fact the label is like wonky and like peeling off and weird. Not much comes out when you pump it, and then it actually pumps out so hard that it actually feels like it's like hit. My alarm just went off. And I was just saying I do not like this pump very much because not much comes out when you pump it, and when you do get it out, sometimes it actually hits so hard that it kind of stings. I thought maybe it was just like because that was my first use yesterday, and also it's sprayed on my shirt yesterday, which is why I'm wearing this Christmas shirt right now to get ready. I don't know, I think this matches with the majority of my face. Of course, it is lighter than my forehead, but my forehead is much darker than the rest of my face. I think it's a pretty good match. As I've said many times before, if I'm wrong, please let me know. Because you know what I see and what other people see can be quite different. And so percussive when it flies out of there. And I just, I mean, everybody has their preferences on things, but for foundation, I just want my foundation to look like what would be my skin color if my skin was all one color. So I figure other people's input on something like that is quite helpful. Especially since I put on my makeup without glasses on, so I can't really see. I don't know, I think the color is good, but I'm just like, I want some more coverage. It's probably because I use this thing, but I need to wash my makeup brushes. I don't like this pump. I don't know if you could hear that. It's just, yeah. And my nose is back in the mood of not wanting to participate in being covered. Give up. Use the AOA Wonder Cover Concealer in Espresso to highlight. The reason I'm using this concealer is because it's a lot heavier coverage, and since my nose isn't participating, I gotta do that. It's a little subtle. So I'm gonna also add some AOA Wonder Cover in the shade Warm Sand, just to the eyes, or the under eyes. Just real quickly, I'm just gonna blur out those edges. Edges blurred. Use the Nye Media Pro Ultra Blush in the shade Coven Red. I don't know. Going to set my highlighted areas. Remember highlighting down there? No, I did not. Okay. I'm going to set my highlighted areas with the Nye Pretty Pink Powder. My eyeshadows. I'm wearing a brown shirt today. So I'm going to use Harvest Brown by Coastal Scents for my base color. I'm going to use Chocolatier for my transition. Go into Deep Roast for my crease. I have this eyeshadow that I rediscovered yesterday that I haven't seen in a long time. It's by Meech and Mia, and it's just called Purple? Oh, it's called M&M Shadows, and it's in the shade, it says it's purple. It's kind of like a, I don't know if you can see that, it's like Looks kind of taupey, purpley brown, but it is a very nice color. I'm just going to use that for my lid. And then I'm going to go into chocolate berry in my outer, outer crease. Kind of, I guess the outer V, but I feel like it's more than the outer V. I don't know. I don't care. I'm putting it where I'm putting it. I'm not usually a fan of subtle, but apparently I'm going with subtle today. Then I'm doing my lower lash line about 2/3 of the way in with the same color. And then, because this is how I roll, I need some green. So I'm going to use this brownie green. This is the shade Sideline. This is Sideline by ColourPop. Put that on like the inner third. Apparently also on my eyeball. And then I'm going to put some on my finger. And just go right here. And right here. I should have used a smaller finger because I did not mean it to go that far around, but whatever. All that work I did and I just covered it up. Whatever. I have places to go and I know this, so I need to stop. So that's what we're going with for the eyes. Let's see. This is my regular powder brush. I don't feel like finding my one that I used to dust off my bake. Bake, dust it off. Now I'm gonna do my Nye luxury powder in the shade Nutmeg. Whoa, 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 whoa. Glad I caught that. That is my contour powder. We're going to use my Nye Nutmeg powder to cover my whole face like I normally do. Trying to remember to do all the steps I normally do with my makeup so I can get a true representation of how this foundation is going to work. But I'm also running out of time, as usual. Basically, I'm just patting that in. And I'm going to let that sit for a moment. And while I'm doing that, I will line my lips quickly with dark brown by NYX. Okay, lips are lined. Now I brush off the powder so that some of it will also sit my lip liner. Now I remember why I never put on this headband until after I'd done my makeup. Whatever. Spray with rose water. I'll go into my bag of newly discovered or newly rediscovered lip colors. And since I don't have time to make sure that I'm precise, I'm just going to use this lip gloss from Tri-Coastal Design. I got it from my niece. I don't think it has a color on it. It came in a set with like 12 or something, and it's really nice, really sheer, and it smells heavenly. And since I've remembered to take all of my lip glosses out of my purse, I can take that one with me and not worry about having 20 million in my purse. Oh, I did not highlight. So my face is still slightly wet. I grabbed Holographic Lights by Revolution Beauty. I'm just gonna do a little bit under the brow. I was gonna try to just do browns and purples, but I can't help myself when it comes to green. Green makes me happy. And I do not have time for eyeliner. I do not have time for mascara. Now I'm going to take just a moment to clean the powder out of my brows. I've already moisturized my hair. I haven't done anything to it, obviously, but I don't have time for that either. Yeah, I've got to go. So this is what we're going with today. I will be setting my face, but I'm setting my face when I get to work because I got to go. Bye! Okay, we are at 6.5 hours. I look a little rough. My makeup looks fine. I'm still super matte. Back to work.